A lot of financial brands think they're competing for visibility, but in AI search, visibility isn't the real battle anymore. The real battle is recommendation, because when someone asks ChatGPT, Gemini, or Perplexity for the best credit cards to build credit, AI isn't showing 10 pages of search results. It's creating a shortlist, and if your brand isn't on that shortlist, you're losing before the customer ever visits your website. Hey, I'm Mark Huntley, a growth strategist and AI discovery analyst. At LLM Authority Index, we study how AI systems shape commercial discovery, especially in high-intent categories where recommendation positioning can directly influence revenue. A lot of companies still think the market for credit cards is about ranking for keywords, best secured credit cards, student credit cards for no credit history, credit building cards, but that's not what AI is doing. Today, consumers aren't just searching for information, they're asking AI to make decisions. Questions like, what's the best credit card to build credit? Which credit cards approve people with no credit history? What's the safest secured card for beginners? AI systems take those questions and instantly create recommendation lists, and that's changing how consumers discover and choose financial products. In a recent benchmark covering 1,000 AI observations across major AI platforms, two brands emerged as clear leaders in the credit cards category for building credit: Capital One and Discover. But what's interesting is that they win in completely different ways. Capital One dominates breadth. It appears across more scenarios than almost anyone else. Low deposit cards, starter cards, student cards, secured cards, general credit building prompts. When AI systems need a flexible recommendation, Capital One shows up again and again. Discover, however, wins something arguably more valuable: first position authority. When AI systems are asked for the single best option, Discover is often the first recommendation provided. That's a major distinction. Capital One wins recommendation coverage, Discover wins recommendation position, and in AI-driven environments, position matters, because users rarely compare every available option. They often start with the first recommendation they receive. One of the biggest mistakes brands make is confusing mentions with recommendations. A company can appear inside an AI answer. It can be cited as a source. It can even be referenced positively, but that doesn't mean it was chosen, and that's where many brands in the credit card space are struggling. Companies like Self, Tomo, Applied Bank, and First Latitude all offer products designed to help consumers build credit, yet they capture very little recommendation share compared to category leaders. The issue isn't necessarily awareness, the issue is recommendation eligibility. AI systems need clear evidence about who a product is for, what problem it solves, and when it should be recommended. Without that clarity, even useful products can disappear from AI-generated shortlists. Another important finding is that recommendation power is becoming concentrated. AI systems rely heavily on trusted financial sources. Sites like NerdWallet, Bankrate, Experian, LendingTree, Forbes, and official issuer websites consistently influence how AI answers are constructed. This creates what can be described as a citation architecture, the collection of sources AI systems use to understand and compare products. Discover benefits because the public evidence consistently supports a simple narrative: strong secured card, beginner-friendly. Rewards while building credit. Capital One benefits because its products fit multiple credit-building situations: student cards, starter cards, secured cards, low deposit options. The clearer and more consistent the story, the easier it becomes for AI systems to recommend the brand, and that's where the market is heading. The future of credit cards isn't about owning a keyword, it's about owning a role. Capital One owns flexibility, Discover owns best overall authority, Chime owns approval friction and no credit check situations. OpenSky owns credit repair and rebuilding scenarios. The winners are not simply the most visible brands. They're the brands AI understands best, and that matters because consumers increasingly receive a shortlist instead of conducting extensive research themselves. When AI presents 5 names, most people won't evaluate 20 different credit cards. They'll start with the names they were given. The biggest takeaway is simple: AI systems are no longer just helping consumers find credit cards, they're helping consumers choose credit cards. And that's a completely different competitive environment. The question is no longer, are we visible? The question is, when someone asks AI for the best credit card to build credit, are we the recommendation? Because in the AI era, being found is useful, but being chosen is what matters.